So, Mr. Gray, la parole est à vous.
Well, thank you for the invitation today. The fall economic statement presented the government with an opportunity to lay out its vision for creating and sustaining the conditions necessary to grow our economy and raise our future generations' standard of living. Although we welcome the government's commitment to moving towards a balanced budget, we see the lack of a decisive strategy to generate the investment required for strong, sustainable growth as a missed opportunity at a time when the world needs Canada as much as ever. While we hold the view that the fall economic statement essentially amounts to a placeholder for Budget 2023 in this regard, the Canadian Chamber welcomed the announcement of measures to increase the supply of skills needed in our workforce to achieve net zero, as well as the commitment to reducing regulatory obstacles to investment in major projects. We eagerly await further details on these initiatives. In the meantime, there are still commendable measures within Bill C-32. The Critical Minerals Exploration Tax Credit will help kickstart the mining projects which are essential to achieving a low-carbon future. Increasing access to the preferential tax rate for small businesses removes an obstacle to small business growth. And incentivizing investment in efficient air source heat pumps, which can extract heat from air as cold as minus 30 degrees, seems like a smart Canadian solution. Yet ultimately, these measures fall short of meeting the moment we find ourselves in today. Geopolitical conditions are stark. Countries throughout the world are experiencing inflation not seen in a generation, and the global economy will almost certainly stagnate or contract. Russia's war against Ukraine is straining global supply chains, and the world's breadbasket no longer has safe access to international sea lanes, causing food shortages even for people far removed from the conflict. Canada is not immune from these challenges, yet we are unique among free societies in our potential to underwrite global economic security through our natural resource inheritance, food, fuel, and fertilizer the world desperately needs. Canada now has an opportunity to show the world we can, quite literally, deliver the goods. And indeed, we must do more in this turbulent time. Deputy Prime Minister Freeland indicated as much in a recent speech in Washington, noting that Canada can reciprocate the generosity Europe showed in honoring vaccine contracts to non-EU nations by fast-tracking the energy and mining projects the world needs. The Canadian Chamber hopes the government will partner with business to create a clear, coherent strategy to meet this moment. However, strategy without execution is pointless, and there are many obstacles for Canadian businesses to overcome. First, we must lower the cost of doing business in Canada by reducing the regulatory burden, avoiding new taxes, and eliminating interprovincial trade barriers. In particular, we must reassess the manner in which we permit and approve major infrastructure projects. We must also reconsider regulations restricting the use of fertilizers and other crop inputs, which hold back our efforts to strengthen global food security. Let us also recognize the important role Canadian energy plays in global markets. Our energy projects can replace those in undemocratic nations while helping replace coal used to generate electricity abroad, which benefits global security and serves as a bridge in our efforts to reach net zero. We had hoped that the fall economic statement would contain several of these low or no-cost growth measures. Canadian businesses eager to partner with government to create a strategy to meet this moment, and given the headwinds we face, that is clearly needed more than ever. Thank you.